Before we conclude the concert tonight, we do have some students who are playing in their last concert with the Poland band tonight. They'll be graduating in just a few short weeks. I just saw walk past the library and it says senior countdown, 7 days. Not that they count down or anything. It doesn't matter to them. So if we could please have all the seniors in Symphonic Band, means the seniors in Concert Band, if they could please stand and let's give them a round of applause. I've been joking around with seniors that I'm graduating with them, and I'll tell you what, if I had a senior class to go out with, this group of seniors is really, really special, incredible group of kids. I was just talking to some of them yesterday and saying that I wish that I was a senior this year because of how great all the kids were, or that my daughter could be a senior this year. I was very fortunate that the summer before my kindergarten year, my parents decided to move to Poland, Ohio. And they did it because of the schools. We were living in Campbell at the time, which is where my dad grew up. My grandparents were living, and they said, we need to move to somewhere that's going to be good for our kids. And so they brought me and my sister, I just had one at a time, here to Poland, and it was a great decision. I went to kindergarten all the way up through, went to YSU, came back student, taught here, got hired here right after. I've been living in Poland all my life. And, sometimes, especially with the kids, you don't really, you're in it for so long, and you just start to maybe see the stuff you don't really like all that much. And I remember when I graduated high school, I didn't know what I wanted to do for a living. I was like, I knew I was going to music, but I was maybe thinking, maybe I'm going to math, because I really like math, maybe performance, conduct. I wasn't sure. The only thing I knew for sure was that I was never coming back to Poland, Ohio. Of course, a few years later, Mr. Clola came and saw me and said, hey, you're graduating, we're going to have a position open, would you like to come back and work in Poland? And then I'd been out and I had seen, in college, I'd been out to all kinds of different communities and schools all over the country for different clinics and everything like that. And I realized that Poland is a great town. It's a great town with great people, great support for the schools. And, you're all lucky, and these kids are all lucky. They might not see it now, but they're going to see it someday. And a lot of them, I think, are going to end up back here because there's nowhere better than Poland, Ohio. And I'm very lucky and feel very fortunate to have been here for 16 years. I'm excited about moving on and the next thing that's coming up for me and my family. But, Poland, Ohio will always be home. And so, anyway. We're going to conclude our concert tonight with music from the hottest Broadway show right now. Tickets going for thousands of dollars. Just impossible to get in even to see this show. I think a few of our students actually made it there to New York City to see this. And of course, it's based on the life of one of our founding fathers, Alexander Hamilton. If you're not familiar with the musical, and many of you are, if you're not familiar with the musical, it's very kind of like pop music based. There's a lot of rap in it, which is kind of new for Broadway. And if you're like, no, I don't really like rap, I gotta tell you, you have to listen to it. It's phenomenal. It's phenomenal. So anyway, it's a little taste of just a few. There's like 20-some songs in the show. This is 4 or 5 of the songs. Excuse me, from Hamilton. Okay, we will now have about another 10-minute intermission. Again, feel free to stand up and around. I told the students they're allowed to leave this point. They've been here a while. I know they have homework and tests and exams and stuff. First of all, before I let them go, I want to thank these kids. The last couple weeks, the last 2 weeks, we've been doing all this testing. 2-hour delayed schedule last week. Other kids who want AP exams, all this other stuff. We haven't had literally have not had a rehearsal since April that we have not had students missing for testing. And these kids did a tremendous job tonight preparing this music and getting us the quality that they did, even though we've had so many disruptions. So I want to thank them one more time for all their hard work. So again, I understand a lot of and you guys are all very busy, have a lot of stuff to do. The wind ensemble concert is going to be fantastic. It's going to be about 10. It's going to be in about 10 minutes. We have 4 phenomenal senior solos: a clarinet, a saxophone, a piano, and a violin, which you don't hear a whole lot with a band. But we have violin solos, and then 3 more pieces, including one piece that was composed by a member of the wind ensemble. So that doesn't get you to stick around, I don't know what will. So hopefully you're able to stay with us and hear the wind ensemble play in about 10 minutes. If not, thanks and have a great summer.